Afternoon, everybody. I think I'm about 30 seconds late today. I sort of put my live feed on and it's sort of looking up at the ceiling and not down at the tile. And you know how it is. And you think, oh, I know, I better turn my phone off and all the rest of it. But it's all done now. We're all good and we're here and we're all relaxed and ready for another session. I hope you are anyway. Oh, hi there, everybody. Are we ready for this? Now, it doesn't matter what colour tile you've got. It really doesn't. You can use a basic cream one with a black pen, or you can use a different coloured one. It's entirely up to you. But I thought today I'm going to use this sort of lovely chocolate brown colour. And you can see there, of course, I've had to use a white pen to write on. I could actually go ahead and use the black pen as normal, but it was... yeah, I thought I'd quite like to use the white. As you can see here, that you know, you can still get black. There we go, like working on it. It's not a problem. But I just wanted to make sure that it was clear for you to see on the camera there. All right, are we ready for one then? So, tile 38, 19th of June. Good to go. All right, having said that, I'm not going to use a white pen. I'm going to use a neon. It's a neon orange. It's from the Sweets pack, if anybody knows the jelly rolls pretty well. So I thought I'd go with that. It's nice to have something a little bit different. So here we go. I've also today got with me, I've chosen some coloured pencils. So I'm going to be using a couple of the purples. And then of course I've got my regular pencil and my tortillon for that one. And I've also got a white pencil, a white chalky pencil with a white tortillon. I'm going to see how far I get with those bits and pieces, but as I say, if you're just using a pen, pencil, tortillon, that's absolutely fine. Don't panic about what you have and haven't got. It's just nice to give you options and show you a few different things now and again, isn't it? So are we ready there? Oh, hi Lizzie. Yeah, the sun's sort of shining here. It's trying to, but it's not getting very far at the minute. Oh, okay. But that doesn't matter. I'm just going to hit that. Now we know if you are, oh look at that, oh wow. If you're using one of the Sakuras or any sort of fine jelly roll or a gel pen, then you know that you've got to slow down a little bit and you've got to let it dry. That's the main thing, got to let it dry. So you can see there, I'm not quite in the middle, it doesn't really matter. It's perhaps nicer sometimes having it that it's not out there. It's, you know, we don't want it perfectly in the middle. Okay, so let's all around that. I'm just going to put oh, look at how that shows up. There we go. I think you can all see that today. There we go. Oh, tangle time, absolutely. And I must say, you know, you're still posting all your pictures and showing me what you've been doing, and they're looking fabulous. And it's not just on tiles anymore. It's, you know, we're doing it on lots of things, and that's lovely to see. You know, and it's crossing all ages, all barriers. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to go a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to add some little balls on there. Now you can see there I'm leaving a bit of a gap in between because I'm using a gel pen. It needs that gap or it's just going to run into each other. But if you're using a black pen as normal, then go ahead and draw a load of bubbles as we normally do and put them all touching all close together. So this one is just giving it a little bit of a different viewpoint. There we go. And look how it sort of sits on the surface, doesn't it? It just gives it that little bit of a sheen. Okay. Well, am I getting one in there? Okay. Oh, Rhiannon, I don't know. It's I think people tend to post it on the Sandra Rushton page rather than Sandra Rushton Artist. It might be that one. So give that a go. Oh, hi there. Right, now I'm going to go in with my coloured pencils just for now because that's dry enough, and I'm going to I want to mix it up a little bit where you can do this at any time. You don't have to wait till the end. So there you go. I've chosen a corner and I've added in some white pencil, and I am using white pencil. You can see there. Okay. So I'm going to go in. I've got 3. Oh, hi from France. 3 purples. My goodness, what's the weather like in France today? Gosh. Oh, it's lovely. I wouldn't be able to do this in a regular class, would I? For people from all over not just the country, but yeah. There we go. See, that was my lighter purple. Then I'm going to go to my mid purple. You see, I've got this little gap down here that I've left. I'm going to sort of leave that a little bit, and I'm going to continue with the darker purple around this side here. I'm just leaving that gap. Just working the two in. I'm not pressing on too hard yet. I can come back in after and add a little bit more to it. Okay, and then my even darker purple. There we go. Now, of course, it gives it a different feel because I've got a darker surface I'm working on. So you're not going to get as vibrant a colour with the coloured pencils, but you're still going to get the colour in there. And that's what I want. You see, I'll just swap now to my mid colour again. I'm just blending that in a little bit. And into my... Yeah, I've heard that, Nikki. I've heard it's going to get really hot. And I'm just glad I've got aircon in the car because I'm going to Peterborough on Thursday next week. I'll be there. And I'm driving back as well in daylight, so it's, you know, if it's hot during the day, it's twice the journey really, there and back. Okay, you can see now I'm using my darker purple just to go in and fill in those corners now. I'm going to do the same in this corner, but I'm not going right to the end there. That look nice with that neon. Yeah, look. Okay, and then just a gentle sort of blend out. I know we're supposed to be tangling, but it's nice sometimes, isn't it, to add this colour. That's what makes mine so different, is adding in these coloured sort of sections. There we go. All right. Okay, let's have a look at that. Oh, yeah. I will show you my Christmas stuff next week. I might go back in and do these bits. I'm just going to leave that there for now, see how I feel. I'm going to live with that a little bit. I'm going to go back in with my pen. Okay. But yes, I'm working on, there's quite a lot of Christmas. I do like Christmas, but I have not always done the Christmas shows. You see, I've got a curl. Now, looking at the size of that, it's about the same size as that. Yeah, and if you feel better curling the other way, then don't feel that you've got to do it the same way as me. Oh, I know, Pat. It's just, look at it. It's just lovely. Same there. I might a touch longer. There you go. And from there to there. Okay. Looks a bit weird at the minute, but all will come well. Okay. So now I'm going to sort of gauge the centre area here. And I'm going to do another, but I'm going to make it longer. Alright. Turn my tile again. From about centre-ish, make it longer. It's looking a bit weird, isn't it? Now this one here, you can see I can't do it the same length because I didn't put it in the middle. But, oh, this looks different. Yes, I do try and make things a bit different. You see, I've gone to the end, but I'm not worried about it not being the same length. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just as long as it's a little bit longer than these, if possible. Hey, Lindsay. Oh, no, don't worry about being late. Honestly, you can go back and look later. Oh, hey, Marie. Okay, next step then. Where shall we start? Let's go here and start in this top section here. I'm going to work on from the top area. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this line, and I'm just going to work it round the top there and create a little bit of sort of a very thin little teardroppy shape. You see, I've not gone quite back to the point there. I've brought it down to this side of it. Oh, humid but wet island. It is June, isn't it? It's me. Okay. From this one then. And the same sort of shape in and around. Look at that. It's like a little loop. Oh no, so yeah. I could go back and add to it a little bit later. I might go and add a bit more white to it, but I just wanted to do it. Oh, I could see how it works out. There we go. So I'm working my way around and I'm doing the same sort of loop shape, coming back in on itself, all the way around my tile. So every line that we just did, you know, with the curve. Yeah. Oh, there. Yeah, this is a jelly roll. Sorry, somebody asked about that. Yeah. I can't always read what's on the screen because obviously if I'm looking at my tile and trying. Yeah, I did explain at the beginning. I think it's a jelly roll moonlight. Hang on a second. Here we go. There you go. Look, and it comes in a pack of 3. It's the sweets pack of 3. So you get the orange, the pink, and there's like a magenta-y colour. There we go. So we've got this shape. Look at that. I think it makes a huge difference having that in the middle. Yeah. Oh yes, so I suppose so with the rain, but you know what? If you've got artificial grass, don't matter. There you are. Okay. So I'm back to where I started with this one here, and this is the larger one, you know, sort of in the middle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my sort of gauge it a little bit. So about there, you see where that little bubble is there? And what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to come and bring it round. So it's sort of, well, it looks like it's almost underneath that one. And join it there. Look at the difference in the colour, you know, as it's wet and as it's dry. Yeah. And then here again, it's sort of gauge, it's a little bit smaller than that one. Okay. And then let's do another one. Just into there. And then another one here. And just into there. And the next one. And into there. See, if they're not, you know, they're not the perfect shape and they're not matching exactly, that's fine. It doesn't matter. And into there. And the last one. Into there. Okay. Okay, so this is the kind of shape we've got at the minute. Okay. So going up again, let's just have a look at the centre section for a moment. So we've got these little bobbles to start with, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sort of aura that original squarish shape, and I'm going to put in a square, or as square as my original one was anyway. There we go. Oh, hey Bernadette. Oh, don't worry about being late. I'm not marking you off in my book. Not doing an electronic register. You can come and join and go as you please. It's fine. There we go. All right, let's have a look at that. All right. Everybody with me? Oh, deep breath. See, I'm all relaxed now, all calming. So I'm going back to this shape. And I'm going to add another here. But this time you can see I'm only going to go to that line there. To that sort of square shape we've just drawn. And then I'm going to take each one just around the edge. And the next one. Again, just taking it to that line. Just working my way around to each one. you'll notice with the jelly rolls, they do take a little bit longer to dry, but I like that. You see the colour difference? Yeah. I don't think it's late. I think it's just making an entrance, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. And the next one. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, hey Hilary. Yes, I decided I was going to go with a neon today because I'm using one of those lovely chocolate brown tiles, and I wanted to, you know, try something a little bit different. So this is the orange neon. Looks a bit pinky, I know. It's a nice orange. It's not sort of sunglasses wearing a neon orange, is it? It's just lovely. There you go. See, I've done that sort of square shape round it again. Right. So you can see where it's stepping each time. Oh, Nadia, that's great, see? Keeping up. Yeah. Is it because I'm using the jelly roll and I've slowed down? Maybe. But that's okay. Or maybe, you know, you're getting quicker because you've been doing more of them. Alright. And that one. And turning it round. This one. There's something about turning the tile as well, isn't there? It's almost like a ritual. You think, okay, I'm going to draw one. I'm going to turn it. Just be careful. Obviously, if you're using it, you don't lean on it and end up with a bit of a smudged line. I'm making sure that I'm leaning on the very end of the tile, so I'm not actually on the lines I've just drawn. It looks a bit pinky, doesn't it? But look at the lid, it's definitely orange. And if I show you the pink, there's the pink look, and there's, you can see it's definitely orange. Yeah. I like it though, I like it. Okay, we've got 4 on each now. So I reckon I can get another square in there. And there. And turn it round. And there. There we go. It does, doesn't it? Yes, salmony colour. I like it. I don't mind what it's called, as long as I like it. There we go. Just making my way around. I think this is probably going to be my last layer. And that one. And that one. Now, you know, if yours hasn't got space for another one, it doesn't matter. You know, yours might have been a little bit wider than mine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've got 5 in. And again, I'm just going to go in and draw in that line. Just get that in the pointer bits there. There we go. Okay. It's got a bit of a sheen to it as well, hasn't it? Let's lift that up a bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, you see where some of it's dry, some of it isn't. It does, doesn't it? It does look good. I'm liking it. Okay, so let's have a little bit closer look. So you see here we've got this space, and I just want to finish this off a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it from this top section and just bring it down. You see? Okay, let's do the next one. Now here I've not got as much room, so I'm going to bring it down here, and it looks then like it's going underneath. And then this one from here and bring it next one, and again I'm going to bring it sort of here, and it's going underneath slightly, you see. And the next one. Down. There we go. And then this one. Do you know, I'm imagining this on shrink plastic, you know, draw it larger, cut it out with all these lovely frills around the end, and then shrink it. That'd look nice, wouldn't it? Look at that. Yeah, okay. So far then, that's where we're at. So I'm going to leave this for a little while, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to put a border in. I know we've not used a border in a while. I'm going to keep it quite sort of far in at this moment. So I'm just going to put my dots there and there. You see, it's quite a wide border. Let's have a look at that there, look. If I look at my pen, it's probably about a pen and a half width. So if I turn my tile, I'm just going to match that dot. So that'll come to there, look. And then this dot's going to come about here. So let's join them. There. And then turn it round. So it's going to come from here. There we go. So it didn't quite join my dot, but that's okay because I can run it into that one and into that one. Oh, Lynn, hello, Lynn. Nice to see. I say see, nice to hear from you. How are the boys? Are they okay? Oh, I'm glad you've called in today. It's great. Hey, so I've got this border around the edge. But yeah, Lynn, you need to get your pens out. You need to give this a go. All right, so here we go. I'm going to bring another one out here now. I'm going to create a line now, look. Turn it round, and then I'm going to come up here and up here. Oh, this is unusual, going up bank. Right. I'm going to go down here. Now you see what I'm actually doing here? I'm doing another border, but only on two sides. See? So I've actually, it looks like I've got border, full border there, and it looks like this one's sort of underneath. Oh, that's good to hear, Lynn. That's good. Send my best to them, will you? Okay. So I'll just give that a bit of a, you know, a bit of a breather. Let's get those little bits dried up there now. All right, I think what I will do, I'm going to go back to the centre just while that's drying. Okay, and let's bring in a little bit of that white pencil again. Again, it's my regular pencil. And I'm just going to add a little bit of white, just in different places. Oh. And there we go, just sort of pulling that round and adding a little bit of that lighter purple in. See, I'm not worrying too much about where the light source is coming from. As long as I've got sort of a bit of lightness and a bit of dark coming in. The main feature really is that middle section. But this is just going to be, you know, filling in. Again, feel free to turn your tile round and get some colour in there. I try not to turn it too much if I can. I don't want to give you all whiplash and make you feel dizzy as I'm turning it round. There you are. Okay. I know, Sue. It's not, you know, it's not Avon, it's Hermes. They can't just walk in anymore. See, we've got here. And my you know, my poor overworked husband has gone to deal with them. There you are. Okay. Let's have a look at that then. Oh yeah, look at that. It's different, isn't it? Just blend that white a little bit more there. Okay. So remember that white chalk pencil that we've all got? Let's go in and add a little bit over there, just to give it a bit more whiteness. There you are. Oh, look at that. Okay. Ready for the next bit? So I'm going to actually take some time now just to shade it, because I want to do all that first, and then I'll come back and do little bits around the edges in a moment. So I'm moving you about a bit today, aren't I? First pen, then pencil. What's happening? All right. So remember these little sort of squares? They look a little bit like steps. Okay. Yeah. And there you go. Yeah. Hermes arrives at my house and they tend to put things through the conservatory window, and the fact that the conservatory window is higher than I am, when they drop things. That's interesting. Yeah, now I know there you can't perhaps see that as sort of sharply as you'd like. I understand that, but it's definitely there, and you probably see it better on your own. So I'm not even going to blend that section out, so that you can you see that bit there? Yeah, just that extra line. So I'm not going to blend that out at all. It's just giving it that little bit of depth on that edge that I wanted. And I'm really pressing on, but I'm just doing it at one side. Okay, turn it this way. Same there. So it's one of those things that you think, does it really matter if I do it? Well, yeah, it does. It matters, because it's going to give you that little bit extra. You can just about see it there, I think, compared to this. It's like one of those extra little tricks that you wouldn't perhaps think about if it was just showing you a pattern in a book. There we go. And same on this side. Just giving it that little bit more depth. I think that's important. See? Okay, let's have a look at that. All right, so these little bits here, I'm going to go in and add, again, some pencil just to that one side. And then same on this one, just on that one side. Oh, I missed one there, look. Let's put one in. I'm going to come back to that in a moment. I'm not going to put any graphite there yet, because that needs to dry a little bit. So I'm just doing it in the point and then down that side. So in the point and down that side. There we go. Let's have a look at that. There you go. You can just seal it in up that point and down here. So I've left this bit. And same again. Each time up in that point and then just coming down that side. Okay, I'm just going to go back and do that one that I missed. And then I'm going to use my tortillon this time, and I'm just going to soften that edge just a little bit. Again, if you're using a lighter coloured tile or a cream tile, you will see this a bit more. So I'm just going in and just smoothing up those edges. There we go. All right, let's have a look at that. There you are. So you can just see now where it's slightly darker in there than all the others, and that's what we were after. So I'm going to stick with the pencil, and I'm going to work not on this one, but I'm going to work on this one here, this next one to it, and I'm going to put a line of pencil just next to that neon line there. See? And then the next one down, and then the next one, and then the next one. Okay, and again, tortillon in there, and we're just going to soften the edge. I'm not trying to drag it across the whole shape. I'm just softening that edge. All right, so you can just see there you're getting a little bit of different. Yeah, Joan, yeah, that would, yeah. Would look nice on a birthday card, wouldn't it? So same again. Because it's one of those sort of lovely little motifs, isn't it? Do you know, if you've not done anything on your tangle boards yet, this would be a great starting point. You know, just to sort of get you going. And there's, you know, your central piece, and then you can work your other patterns off from there. Okay, so I'm going over and I'm doing each one separately, so I'm putting my lines in. And then whilst I'm still on that section, I'm going in with my tortillon, and I'm just softening that edge. I'm not trying to fill the whole space, just softening the edge. Same with this one. There we go, just working my way along each side there. And then just softening the edge. All the same. There we are. That one. That one. There you go. And again, just softening the edge. So we've done all of them except that front one. Alright, one more to do. There you go. There. And there. And that one. There. Oh, two more. Oh no, I've got more than that. I've got 3 to do. That was me thinking ahead. Not thinking ahead there. There you go. That one. And next one. To there. To there. So what do you think of my bell then? You think it's very noticeable? I think it's a bit loud. Oh, it lets you know somebody's there. Oh no, don't be scared of the board. And you know what, if you go on with pencil and do it quite lightly, then if you don't like it, you can rub it out. It's no big deal. But I think you've just got to get something on it. And it depends on the grain of the board. Some of the grains are quite straight, but some of them are, oh yeah, it is loud, isn't it? Yeah, some of the boards have got very, you know, definite shapes, and just follow that. Just start with a line across there. Okay, so it has actually built up a little bit of depth there. You can see that I've got these extra lines of shadow in there. It's not as prominent as it would be perhaps on a cream tile, but it's definitely there. Oh, Christine, you need to try it. Perhaps put this one on. Put this one on it. It'll look amazing. Okay, so we're going in with the white pencil, the white chalk pencil. And again, if you've not got one, a pastel pencil or just the white, you know, that we used in the middle. So what I'm going to do is, because I've got the dark on this side, I'm just going to go on the opposite side. That top edge. Oh, look at that. And there, look. You see, it's sort of, I start with that smirk we all know, and it just gets a little bit smaller as I'm working my way up. Oh, thank you, Janet. Yeah, it's quite interesting, isn't it, this one? Okay, you can see the light and the dark now. So here we go. I'm going in with my clean white tortillon, no pencil on that. And I'm just going to just gently sort of soften those lines up. I'm not quite blending it, I'm just sort of softening the edges. There we go. Do you want to look at that a little bit further out? Oh, look at that. Oh, Bernadette. No, you need to get on with it. Come on, girl, you can do it. Yeah, just a little bit of pencil on there, it goes a long way. And there is, on my Facebook page, a little video just of how to get started, and maybe, you know, just looking at those lines on that board. Honestly, you won't look back, even if it takes you a few months just to do little bits as you're going. It'd be, you know, it'd be well worth it. I think we're having a bit of a April showers here. In a minute, wouldn't want to be out in that. Oh my goodness me. I think we're getting the sort of the rainstorms that you got on Wednesday. And we said we hadn't got any. There you go. See? I'm just working my way around. Look at those. Just adding some of that pencil, look, onto those edges. There we are, look, just little bits. And then gently smoothing it round. Okay. Oh yeah, Helen Jackie's got a good idea there. Mod Podge is fine. Or you can get a spray and shine varnish. Whatever works. But you do need something, because obviously it's a working board, and once you've drawn on it and coloured on it, and of course I did your shading, you don't want it all rubbing off or coming off on the back of your tiles or whatever you're working on. So, oh, is it, Janet? Yeah, I think we've had this all day on and off. Thing is, there's a bit of a puddle outside the gate where we are, and it gets a bit bigger and a bit heavier. So, yeah, scuba gear, I think, is getting out tonight. There we go. Oh, Sue, that's a good idea, yeah, because going back over. Interesting, isn't it, what we talk about? It's usually food or zingers. I think that's one of the two things. Two of the two things. We've talked about the weather. Yeah. Okay. And there we go. This is our last one. A bit of that curve in there. Just softening those edges. There we go. Right, let's have a look at that then. Alright, oh look at that, it's really pretty, isn't it? Okay, so coming back now to my little lines, you know where we did the boxes, and I've got that pencil line down that edge. I'm now going to go in with my white pencil and add a white edge to the other side. You see, I'm not going to blend this out or anything. So I'm just adding in that highlight. Yeah, Sue, yeah, gosh. I think now it feels like not that we've always been here, but, you know, it's taken some doing to move during lockdown. But glad we did. It's necessary, and it's a lot nicer place to work. And it's got a classroom and a nice kitchen. So we're getting used to now having a kettle on a work surface rather than the floor. That's even better. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think Julie needs to bring the biscuits. She's been baking cookies and all sorts, and she's been over there scoffing them, you know, with a cup of tea while we've been working. Yes. Okay. Look at that. Just, you know, with the difference with the purple in the middle. All right. So, with the tiles around the outside, let's go in, and I'm going to pick up, I'm going to go in with my white jelly roll this time, rather than stick with my orange. I want to keep this bit, I think, quite distinctive. And I'm not going to do anything in this one, but this one I think I'm going to add a bit of a pattern. So there's a lot of patterns we could use. You can vary this a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's go ahead and split it up. There we go. So I'm going to put my corner in there. There we go. And so that's going to have a bit of a corner point there. See, I'm going to split it into sort of similar size squares. Yeah. Oh no, Helen, yeah, my little classroom. There we go. So looking at this pattern here, let's put that shape in there in the centre. You see? So my pen just needs a little bit to get it going, because I've not... There you go. And then let's repeat that pattern. And let's put one here. There we go. I'm just going to go and use one of these. So sometimes, you look, I've been trying different colour pens. let's just get that moving. There we go. That's better. And I'm going to put another one this side. All right. Get one on the end there. And then I'm going to repeat that pattern here. And then into there. See how many I can fit in. They don't all have to be the same. But I'm just going to flow it through. So again, this one, same pattern. So you've got that sort of central little droplet, and then I'm going to go one side and then the other. Oh, Helen, yeah, which, you know, we're all the same, aren't we? I had cherry pie for lunch. It was very nice. There you go. And that. Salad for tea then, maybe. Yeah. I haven't told John we're having salad for tea yet. I'll have to disguise it somehow. Okay, let's have a look at that. All right. Okay, so we're sort of repeating this pattern over here. It's different, isn't it? There we go. It is dry enough. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do these as well. There. And there. Lettuce and fruit. Yeah, well, they're colourful. Well, I do prefer fruit and jelly. Yeah. There you go. John is good at making jelly, actually. I must admit, if I ever make jelly, I've eaten most of it before it even gets to any boiling water. Yeah. Just filling that bit in there. Okay, disguised as chips. Oh. Okay. I like that pattern, it's nice. There we are. Might just go in and, you know, just add in a little line at the centre one. Just to sort of give it that defining feature there. There you are. Okay, I'm going to go back in with my pencil. Just my regular pencil. There we are. Let's move that down so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, jelly, yeah, but jellies, I don't know, that's not always, I don't think it's always worth the calories. Ice cream. I'm really putting some on here, you can see, look, where I'm going over that pattern. But, yeah, look, you can see a little bit thick, you see where I've actually put the pencil. So quite heavy, really, on that edge. And then I'm going to do the same on this edge. And again, it might be, you know, a little bit tricky for you to see there, but I'm definitely putting some on. There you are, look, you see the difference? And then same on this side. Tortillon, remember, not the white tortillon, the one that's already got the graphite on. And I'm just going to work, let's go a little bit small, up and down, just to soften the edge. Same on this one. All right, turning it round. Now you are going to see a little bit there too. Let's just put a little bit on that one. There we go. Oh, well done you, Yvonne. Yeah, so we're getting some depth. So of course, if we've got dimension here, we need also some shadow around this bit. So let's go in there and add in some of that pencil around here and around this section here. See, I'm not being particularly neat. I'm just literally putting that graphite on, and over there, look, around this little bit, and then also around this little bit here. So I'm just sticking it to the sides that I've worked on this sort of tile pattern. I've left it on the other side on purpose. And sometimes just doing the two sections, the two sides, just gives it that little bit of depth in there. There you go. See, I can really press on with this because there's quite a lot to sort of move about. It's quite a substantial card, so it'll do the job. There we go. So I can definitely see it there. See, it might be a little bit. Yeah, I need a bit there. Look. Right. Okay. So I say I haven't finished it. There's another pattern I want to put on here, but so why put the shadow on now and not after? It's because the next pattern I put on, I don't want it to be affected by the shadows that we've been doing. So it's going to sit over the top of that. Okay, so looking at your tile then, you're going to find there's perhaps each corner or each section is going to be slightly different size. So like here, there's not much I can do at all because it's very close to the edge there. But then here, I have got some space and a little bit here. So I'm going to start here, and there's a couple of different patterns you can use. We've all done this one before. Okay, so there we go. I've got this sort of curved line. I'm going to come back in and I'm just going to fill it. It's like a very, very thin banana, isn't it? And then from each side it's going to come up. Let's go a little bit bigger so you can see it. A little bobble on the end. And then up. A little bobble on the end. Okay, and then I'm going to go from this curve here up and round, and this one up and round. Okay, so this one I'm going to have a smaller little shape there because it's sort of underneath. Let's just fill that. So you're only going to sort of see that top bit. So I'm going to pretend it's going up and round. So here I'm not really seeing much of that at all. And round. Get those little leaves in. See, I won't really get much more of that. I'm going to leave that as is, and I'm going to sort of work to the other. I'm going to go to the other side there. There we go. So it's sort of opposite. And then here we go again. So there's that curve. I'm going to very gently, because I'm with a gel pen, of course, fill it in. And then up and round with that little bobble on both sides. And then down and back up. Down and back up. Now you could use any pattern here. You don't have to use this one. You could get those, you know, the poke root and poke leaf out, or you could try something a bit different. We've done lots of embellishment type of patterns, haven't we? So choice is yours really, but I just thought this was nice, a nice size and, you know, good compliment to what we'd already done. There we are, look. So I'm going to have one sort of hiding there. Let's have a look at that. Alright, maybe one here. There we go. You see, when you're using a gel pen to fill in, don't sort of try and go back on it because it doesn't colour in right. One way. There you are. Toblerone lollies. Never tried them. Alright. Let's have a look at that. See, so I've got, at the moment I've got like a 2 and a 1 and a 3. I've not done that on purpose. I've not tried to count. I'm just going to have the top end of 1 there maybe, just so it looks like it's all going underneath. And then it's nothing, is it, if we don't put in any of those wonderful little lingers. Okay, now you go, what on earth is that she's just done? Let's go again. Little line, little dot. And I'm going to draw around it. A little bit longer, there you go. And around and around. And just keep going until I can't go anymore. Oh. Let's have a look. We'll get one in there. I'm not going to sneak one in there. Let's have one coming out here. There we go. And we have a look. Let's have another pin round. Going that way. And then a little bobble there. Just matches in, doesn't it? You know, with what we've already done. Just adding those extra little bits if need be. There we go. So I'm not going to put one there on purpose. As much as my whole body is telling me to add a zinger there, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. But what I am going to do is add just a couple of bubbles. Let's go a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. Nothing, you know, not loads, just sort of ties it together. There we go. I know, Smoffy, it's amazing how you can get onto one tile. Now I think I might have to start restricting you as to how many you can get on there. Yeah. But, you know, it varies for everybody because obviously we've all got different size tiles and, well, not tiles but shapes and maybe tiles. Maybe you've got different size. So because I started with the orange and, you know, I've done these little bubbles, there's nothing stopping you going back in, look, and adding a couple of little dots in there. So you don't want to overdo it, but it's just nice to bring a touch of colour just to that top end, isn't it? Okay, let's do this one as well. All right. Just a few, just little, see the dots, and it's just how they sort of sit on the surface. It's just lovely. There we go. Let's have a look at that. Oh, what do you think? Yeah, I do like my bubbles. We perhaps should do a tile with no bubbles. How would that be? Don't know. All right, now the decision is where am I going to put my initials? I'm going to use a white pen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this space here, and I'm just going to add them in there. There we are. Look at me, just round that centre section bit there. Okay. I don't think I overdo my bubbles. I think it just looks nice with a few on. There we go. So this has been a little bit of a different lesson today. I've mixed and matched. I've not done just pen, then just pencil. I've actually worked it as we've been going and added bits along the way. I've used a neon pen, which you think, really? Why would you use a neon? But because we're using a darker tile, it's been a really nice complementary kind of battle there, hasn't it? It just works really well. So it's something for you to try anyway. And then, of course, coming in with the white pencil, and you can see there that the white pencil's a little bit thinner. This is one of the 05 Jelly Rolls, which came out in my last bundle. And you can just see the difference there, and it just is a little bit more subtle. And by mixing the two, it really defines the main section. And it's giving you just little flourishes on the end. It's almost like using a black pen and then using a grey one to sort of work it out, isn't it? And having the extra tiles as well, the sort of the borders, has made it look as though you've got depth and dimension in there. So by all means, have a play with this one. See what you can come up with. Try it with the different colours, different pens, different colour tiles, and I'm really actually looking forward to seeing what you do. Not just on your journal pages, but what you're going to do on your tangle boards as well. I think it's time I started a new one. What do you think? I should perhaps try another. It's just getting the time at the minute. I'm still frantically working on Christmas because I want to get that ready, but I want it right before it comes to you. And there's a couple of kits I'm working on that I'm hoping you're gonna like. They're pretty special. So I don't normally do Christmas in June, but I've really enjoyed doing it. So hopefully you'll be able to see that next week. So all that's left for me to say then is have a lovely weekend. Enjoy this one. Catch up on the tiles, and all being well, and hopefully everything goes okay. We will see you here again on Monday at 2 o'clock. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for taking the time out to come and watch these and tangle along, you know, and actually take part and speak to me. It's nice to know that there's not just me and I'm not alone. And I'm sure you feel the same. So thank you for that. So, yeah, I will see you Monday. Julia, a new diary. Oh, they don't come till October, November, do they? But yes, it's on my to-do list. It really is. So, yes, I'm looking forward to doing that too. Oh, lots of ideas for that. My goodness me. No, focus on one at a time. Okay. All right. Take care, everybody. Enjoy, and I will see you on Monday. Okay. Bye.